Okay. Who can tell me what an adjective noun collocation is? Okay, tell us,
A
Jimmy,
collocation
please.
is a pair or group of words that habitually appear together.
What?
Adjectives and nouns can have a particular collocation to convey a specific meaning.
Extraordinary. Okay, so something a bit different in today's video. We're going to have a look at an exercise where you're given adjectives and nouns and we have to collocate them to make common collocations. And the problem with this kind of thing normally is that you do the exercise, you see the list of expressions or collocations that you get, and then you have to kind of, remember them. So I'm going to help contextualize these collocations by heading over to Twitter and having a look at how people are using them in the real world, so that you have context and you have some real world examples of how you might want to use these collocations. Let's go straight to the exercise. It's on EnglishRevealed.com. Let's go now. So the first one we can see here, a golden, oh God. I think I know what this one is going to be. A golden society answer, illness, conclusion, supporter, handshake. Now, does anyone know what a golden handshake is? Well, I imagine a lot of you know what golden means, and you know what a handshake is, to shake somebody's hand, no? When you meet them for the first time, or when you're saying goodbye to them in some cases, which is more to do with what this is. A golden handshake is when you... Let's head over to Twitter and see if we can work out what it means if you don't know already. Okay, so here we have a decent example. This person has said, an engineer in his early 40s who joined the group after completing his studies can hope for a severance package of up to €400,000. More than 3,500 employees would already have accepted the golden handshake, and they've put it in inverted commas there because it's another way of saying a severance package. So this is when you're paid lump sum, an amount of money, when you finish your duties with a company, when you are probably surplus to requirements, and it's a way of basically buying you off, or or showing gratitude for your years of service more than anything, really. It was typically what was done in the past. Someone's been working for the company for a number of years, and you show your gratitude by giving them a golden handshake. In this case, nearly $500,000. Someone is desperate, so sounds like this golden handshake has some kind of ulterior motive, I guess. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Blatant. Blatant means obvious. So what is the collocation that we often use with blatant? Answer. Yeah, I can see why people might think that, but I don't think that that's the most typical one here. Society, illness, conclusion, supporter, view, criticism, lie, reader. Yeah, the best answer here would be lie, I think. A blatant lie. When something is obviously a lie, we say it is a blatant lie. It's clearly a lie. No, it's very obviously a lie. So here we have somebody accusing somebody else of a blatant lie. Dominic Raab reckons the UK is the best in the world at getting people out of Afghanistan. Controversial. First, how the hell would he know? And secondly, that's just another obvious and blatant lie from the UK government. Obvious and blatant. Well, there you go. Not a very clear tweet, but you can see the idea. It means obvious. Now, even though he said obvious and blatant. Yeah, blatant lie. There's your next collocation. Okay, let's have a look at another one. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this is already collocated correctly, so as it says, an evasive answer. So if somebody asks you a question and you give an evasive answer, it's not very clear, and it's kind of like you're trying to avoid the question, no? I think that one's fairly easy, so we don't need to check that, I don't think. An avid what? An avid, what is it? What is avid? Avid is extremely enthusiastic, no? I think you would say an avid What? What do you think? I think I'd go for an avid supporter. No? An avid supporter? Let's see if we can find that on Twitter. Wow, and that's amazing. I've just found out that Charlie Watts has died from the Rolling Stones. There you go. I didn't expect to find that out. That's interesting and sad. Saddened by the passing of legendary longtime Rolling Stone drummer Charlie Watts, who was an avid jazz fan and supporter of the club. Right, avid supporter of the club. This is obviously a tweet by Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club. So he was an avid supporter of the club. We are delighted to present his mighty big band in the We were delighted to present his mighty big band in the mid-80s. To present? Okay, I guess. He was last there in 2004 with his tentet, sending love to his family and friends. Well, there you go. Absolutely massive piece of news there that I didn't expect to find, but there you go. He was an avid supporter of this jazz club. Okay, so the next word we have here, the next adjective is permissive, which I think most of you will understand. No? Lenient, permissive. What? Permissive what? Conclusion doesn't sound right. Society. A society that allows things to happen a little bit. A society of libertines that is too permissive, not condemning enough. Possibly. Permissive illness, permissive view, permissive criticism, permissive reader. No, I think it would have to be a permissive society, surely. No? Let's check Twitter. So there's a Guardian article here. When and why did men stop wearing hats? It's a good question. Why? This comment here, interesting one. It says rise in car ownership. Could that be it? Decline of manual and industrial labour. Decline in church attendance. Permissive society. Could that be it? That people just start, allowing people to stop wearing hats. All of the above happened in the 1960s and 70s when Lucifer infected our souls and coincided with the decline of hat wearing. It's like hat wearing is a euphemism there for depravity. But there you go. Let's have a look at another. True freedom is not advanced in the permissive society, which confuses freedom with license to do anything, whatever, and which, in the name of freedom, proclaims a kind of general amorality. Yeah, right. So there you go. Yeah, we often associate or use the term permissive society when we're talking about amorality and a lack of morals and depravity. Right? Society can become too permissive. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at another. Terminal. Right. Terminal. Well, yeah. I think this one again. Fairly easy, no? A terminal illness is an illness that will definitely kill you, so I don't think we really need to look into that any further. Breathtaking, obviously something that takes your breath away, surprises you a lot. Something that is breathtaking. A breathtaking conclusion? It could be, I guess. View, criticism, reader. The reader was breathtaking. No, I think it's going to be a breathtaking view that takes your breath away because of its outstanding beauty. No? Yeah, a breathtaking view. Don't know if Twitter would have much to say about that. Let's have a look at these final three. A foregone, and that's correct. That's already collocated where it needs to be. A foregone conclusion. A conclusion that is absolutely definite and made. So foregone conclusion is one that journalists love to use. It's really overused, this expression. So let's take a tweet here from CNN. It says, despite California being heavily Democratic, and by which they don't mean non-authoritarian, they mean they vote for the Democratic Party rather than the Republican Party. Oh boy, is that true. The outcome of its recall election is not a foregone conclusion. So I guess a lot of people, well, I guess you don't know about this. There's a recall election And Gavin Newsom, who is the governor of California, the Democratic governor of California, will be facing this man, Larry Elder, the one in the picture there, who represents the Conservatives, the Republican Party. It's not a foregone conclusion that Gavin Newsom will win, and it could have massive negative repercussions, not just for Governor Gavin Newsom or the state, but indeed the US. Imagine if a Democrat lost. CNN would lose their mind, wouldn't they? Poor CNN, poor dying media. Okay, let's take a look at the last two. And I'm worried because a staunch, no, it's definitely constructive criticism. But a staunch reader, that doesn't sound right. So staunch conclusion, view, illness, society, supporter, maybe. Staunch supporter, could we say that? I think so. Staunch answer, staunch lie, staunch answer. Could we say a staunch supporter and an avid reader? Yes, we probably could. So maybe it's an avid reader and a staunch supporter, maybe. Let's head to Twitter. So we definitely say a staunch supporter. Staunch means like firm, solid, dependable. So yeah, you could say a staunch supporter. I think we say avid supporter as well, but avid is more general. We could certainly say an avid reader. Somebody that reads a lot is an avid reader. It's something that they enjoy to do. A keen reader. Staunch supporter. Let's see if we can see any good tweets about staunch supporters of something. Well, more death here being announced on Twitter. I was saddened to hear about the loss of Senator Carl Levin. He was a devoted public servant, a staunch supporter of our military, and one of Michigan's finest statesmen, not to mention its longest serving senator. He was a staunch supporter of our military, a constant, dependable supporter of the military. So yeah, let's go back and correct those collocations. And as you can see, we've got them all right here. Whoop, 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 whoop. There you go. Yeah, they're all correct, I think. Golden handshake, a blatant lie, an evasive answer, an avid reader, a permissive society, a terminal illness, a breathtaking view, a foregone conclusion, a staunch supporter, and constructive criticism. I wonder if we can see any constructive criticism on Twitter. Probably not. Not worth looking for. I am finished for today. I'll see you in the next video.